Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening. So, as Toastmaster Shashi mentioned, that why we are here, and one thing which is to come here and be a better speaker. And to be a better speaker, impromptu speaking, which is called the table topic in Toastmaster segment, is the main segment where we come here and we prepare for that. So how many of you love impromptu speaking? 2, 3, 4. And how many of you don't like it, hate it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So more people are here who don't like to be put on spot. Maybe if you go for an interview, maybe your wife says, where are you? Your boss says, what are you up to? Give me the report. So you are put on spot and you are supposed to give your answer. And that's the reason we prepare ourselves in our life situation where we can overcome this difficulty, rather in our job, in our social life, in our marital life, in our wherever we are. So, why? I've already answered the question, but do you have any answer? Do you want to share it? Something that why impromptu speaking is important?
Build the confidence.
If, like, for example, someone tells you to speak suddenly, or like, for example, you are in a company and you have to go for a meeting, then like your boss tells you to like show a presentation.
Okay.
Then you have to give an impromptu speech. So
Absolutely, absolutely. Who else? Atisham.
Yeah, in real life situations, we have to be always on the feet.
Perfect.
Like you said, when you become fearless, you become limitless. And when you do this, you are facing your fears.
Well, when you become fearless, you become limitless. Wow, great. User.
To achieve the personal and professional experience in a more better way, so we need to have impromptu.
Exactly. So impromptu speech is something which is very essential in every aspect of our life. Now, what are the challenges? Brain freeze. Anyone else? Stuttering. You're not getting the ideas.
Words, I mean, missing the words.
You're not getting the right
Words.
ideas and words. Joseph. Nervousness. You're nervous. Why you are nervous? Fear of speaking.
fear of
Fear.
judgments.
Others people judgment. Wow, wonderful. So why are you staring at me?
Because you're asking.
Yes. So this is something where you put on spot. You feel like people they'll judge me. If I come here, they feel like I should be better than Neve. I should be better than, like DTN. Not DTN. So it's like you are comparing yourself with others. And you need to say, oh, I need to be expert and I need to give a perfect opinion. But is it true or is it myth?
Myth.
It's a myth. Samira said, it's not my fault, by the way. Due to an intense mic fog, all my thoughts have been grounded until further notice. So you're put on spot and you don't know what to say. So many ideas are there. Expert opinion, because I feel like if someone asks me, let's say artificial intelligence, and I'm like, I don't know anything about artificial intelligence. I don't even know anything about intelligence there. So, judge. Will I look foolish coming here? People will say, okay, I mean, how does he speak? He doesn't know anything about that. Pressure of being perfect, funny, we're restricting our thoughts. The answer is right. But, let's say, if I were to say, what is this? And we need to just do a quick session. What is this? You need to be creative.
Yeah. Oh.
A
Cricket bat. Cricket bat.
Cricket bat.
A
A judge's spatula. What is it? Spoon. Hammer. Quick.
Teacher stick.
Judgment tool.
Judgment tool.
Big guitar.
Okay, I didn't get it. Stick. Wood.
Wood.
Stick.
A stick.
Decisions.
So all the answers were different. But can we say his answer is better than his answer? Or is it a toy? Is it a tool? Is it a board? Is it a hammer? No. So no answer is a right or a wrong answer. So we need to come out of that. And there are so many answers just for this wooden piece, which is a gavel. So we've got like 10 different answers from 10 different people. So there is no shortage of the ideas. So there's so many ideas, and no idea is right or wrong, and nobody is judging us on our answers. So why we are afraid that we are answering the impromptu question that our answer should be perfect, right, and on top of everyone and better than the others. Now, there's another myth with impromptu speaking, and that myth is, can we take the coffee order later on? And that myth is that since it's an impromptu speech, we cannot prepare for that. But is it right or is it wrong?
Wrong.
It's wrong.
Right?
It's right.
Because we have to prepare, I mean, we have to say that.
That's why we're here. We're here to see if there's any technique that we can apply to be, like to equip ourselves with the impromptu speaking. If I call you here today and I'll give you a topic,
Yeah.
and you have certain tools with you in your toolbox,
Yeah.
which will make you a better speaker, then why not? So it's a myth that we cannot prepare for an impromptu speaking. We can prepare. We already did that objective. Now the strategy is to get started. How many of you have drove in a fog? Okay. How does it feel like?
Wonderful. Scary.
Scary, wonderful.
Blank.
But isn't it that when we are on the road, we can't see anything, but as we drove along, the passage gets clear?
Yes.
Similarly is with impromptu speaking. As we start, the thoughts get clear. The chain of thoughts gets starting clean. We started getting ideas. So the strategy is to get started. And how do we get started? OBC. Now every impromptu speaking for the benefits of the guest is just 1 to 2 minutes. But in 1 to 2 minutes, you have to have a complete speech, which has to be opening, body, conclusion. So even though it's a small talk for 1 to 2 minutes, but it should have a proper opening, a body, which is the main part of your speech, because 80 to 90% is you're focusing on body. Opening and closing are the same, which is the question that is being asked to you. Now what's the strategy for opening? There's a pre-opening strategy, which is called SAP. Any one of you can guess what is S stands for? This is pre-opening.
Selection.
S. Anyone else? Just a quick guess. Salutation? Okay. And what is A stands for?
Appropriate.
Appropriate? P?
Acceptable.
Okay, now let's see what is it. S for? Smile. Because when you smile, you relax. And that smile not on like this. It should come from inside out smile. Because as per NLP, neural linguistic programming, let's say if I've been called here and I'm nervous, my heart rate is fast, my hands are sweaty. It's the same sign when you're excited. So don't say I'm nervous. Say I'm excited. So when you say excited, you're changing the title, you're changing the outcome, and you're changing the outcome. The thoughts are flowing. You are creative. And second is attentive. I've seen 10 photographs of people listening to the table topic master, and they were like, this. I don't know. I mean, they should smile and listen properly, because maybe sometimes the topic is so lengthy but you can just pick one or two words, keywords which are important, which are relevant to that. Because sometimes table topic master are so crazy, they just give you a long topic, but ultimately it's just one small word that you need to pick it up. So pay attention. And then third is pause. Now what people do once the topic is given, oh no. No, just relax. Because when you're relaxed, you're giving a pause. It's not that you're forgetting or you're thinking about it, it's just a human instinct that you need to think before you talk. Now, Winston Churchill used to be very witty and very impromptu speaker. So people, they ask, how you're so doing like that? And he said, he used to have like a cigar. So if someone asked a question, he lit his cigar and then he answered it. We don't have that liberty to use a cigar. But at least we can have like 10 seconds. And 10 seconds is enough where you can recollect yourself, progress your thoughts, and start talking. So relax, close your eyes, maybe if you want to distract, you don't want to get distracted, and then start. Smile, attention, pause. Now for opening, this is we've done. Body is the main part, which is your experience. But I recommend you guys, and we all agree that if we share our personal story, because our personal story is something which is a unique fingerprint, which is our uniqueness. We are not an imitation. We can't find your life story from a Google. We can't find you in books because you've not written a book yet. But that personal story that's your unique selling point, that's your USP. And once you tell your personal story, everything will fall in place. Eye contact, body language, vocal variety, stage movement. Because you're telling something which you're not crammed, you're not heard or remember. You don't have to remember your own story, isn't it? And it's very interesting and people will love it. So, use your personal story. Conclusion is something which is the question. For example, the question is, what is your favorite food? You say blah blah blah, and that's the reason my favorite food is biryani. So the table topic answer would be your conclusion. Now, different strategies to address the body. That's not the body of the speech. Well, it needs maybe like a 1 hour session to describe each one of them, but I won't go in details for everything. You can come back to me if you need any questions. You can take a picture. I can share the slide as well with you. One is the first idea is always best. Why the first idea is always best? Because sometimes when we get a topic and we're thinking about it, oh yeah, this is that, and you're like, no, but this is, and by the time you're about to speak, you have like so many ideas and you're confused and you can't. So take one idea, which is the first idea, because first ideas are normally the best ideas. So start with the best idea, the first idea, and just go along. And as you go along, and as I mentioned, as you go along, the better ideas will come and you will ace your table topic. There are so many things. One is past, present, future.
I have a question.
Yes.
What if my mind is so there's some idea in my mind, but my tongue is not saying what I'm saying to myself in my mind. So what I want to say, it's not coming out. It's only in my mind. It's clear. I want to say this, but it's not coming out.
That's a great question.
But
now,
what comes out is something that I don't mean. I don't want to say.
Absolutely fine. Because see, there are two parts of the mind. One is your thinking mind. One is when you write something and when you say something, it's something, they're both close to each other. But when you're saying something, then you're saying it and you're thinking later. But when you're writing something, you're thinking and you're writing. So you're training your mind, you're activating your brain cells, which are not that active. But the platform over here in Toastmasters that provides you with that you think, you speak, and then you think. And that's how it develops over the period of time. Now, past, present, future is one of those strategies as well. If I'll give you one example, let's say, what's your most prized possession? What's your most prized possession? And if I ask any one of you, let's say Toastmaster, who wants to volunteer? Okay. So you need to apply past, present, future strategy on this. What's your prized possession?
The price position as a kid to my parents, and later on to an husband to my wife, and later on as a father to my kids.
Great! A big round of applause. Okay. Any other thing? Imagine if it doesn't exist. Let's say if you were to talk about a chair, and say, imagine if this chair doesn't exist, what will happen in the world? And just go on from there. You can give example of, let's say, opinion. Okay, this is my opinion, this is the reason, and that's why I agree. So many things, so many strategies are there. One strategy that we will practically do right now is, that I love the most, is games. Who loves the games? Everyone loves the game. So can someone tell me what is games is all about? No, in table topic, it's just an abbreviation. But let me, for the sake of time, I'll just shorten it, and I will give you this is the strategy that you can apply. Now G is get their attention. So once you're here, as Toastmaster Samira did, she started with a joke to get the, the attention of the audience. So you can do different things. You can start with a quote, you can start with a joke, you can ask audience a question, anything that can get the attention of the audience, because once you're involving the audience, you're on the right track. Second is acknowledge the audience. If you ask something, then acknowledge it. Wow, that's great. I loved your idea. Make them respond to a question. You can ask them a question, they're already engaged with you. Example to support your answer. And then you can say, okay, because of this reason, let's say my favorite food is biryani. So because of this, I like biryani because my grandma used to cook when I was a kid and all that stories. And then summarize. So anybody would like here to use this strategy right now? Any volunteer? Can you repeat what is there?
Games. Get their attention.
Okay.
Acknowledge the audience.
Okay.
Ask for the response. Example to support your answer and summarize.
Great. So let me give you a question. It's very simple. So many times, millions of times, this question is asked. If you won $1 million, what would you do with that? If you won $1 million, what would you do that? Apply the technique.
Good evening.
Good evening.
If I won $1 million, what will I do? I'm going to give it to all of you. What a good idea it is. So, but you need to give me in return a favor. Are you ready?
Yes.
So the game is that I'm going to ask a question to each one of you, and if he answers it correctly, 20% of the share will be his. Ready? So they ask you a question. What brought you here? Excellent! $500,000 for you. Congratulations.
Great. Thank you so much. seen this strategy work. He involved the audience and he asked them a question, responded back to the question, and he passed, I think, 1.5 minutes or more than that, and everybody was involved. So this is one simple technique that we can use. Now there are few tips for table topic master. For the benefit of the time, I won't spend much of time on here, but you can just take a picture or whatever. Here my suggested way you can announce the topic, which is, anybody would like to share? Because I forgot.
Name, title, name.
Name, title, name. And it's not just for the speaker, it's just for the whole audience so that they can listen what the topic is and what's the name of the speaker. Topic should align with the theme of the day. Just a suggestion, short and easy to understand topic, not very lengthy topic to make them, you need to make sure that they are at ease and be creative. You don't have to have the shifts, and you can try different things. There's so many things that you can try as a table topic master, like bring 2 people over here, give them a situation, show them a picture and ask them to answer the question, so many things. Now, what is this picture and table topic or impromptu speech has to do with this picture? Any guesses?
Push forward.
Push forward. Samira. Finish it. Amal.
How to be champion in the
How to
swimming.
be champion. Great. So the thing is, in swimming, you can't learn swimming while watching videos or tutorials or like reading books about that. All you have to do is just come in the water and start swimming. And that's why the platform is here for you to come over here and start practicing. You can practice it with. Now, I mean, these things can be controversial because if your family says, I hate Toastmasters, then it's not advisable. And if your friend says, oh, always Toastmasters, then it's not advisable. But still, you can find certain people who are into self-development, like I have found, luckily, and I'm doing this session with them. You can do it while driving, not distracting or but you can record yourself. You can say something and just do it. Going out in other clubs, not like clubs means Toastmaster clubs. Stage time, exactly. Stage time. There's no shortcut to that. Just come here, spend time. It's red light, so I'm gonna cut it short. Project speeches without preparation, again not advisable, but few people, they're doing it and they said, oh, I'm just preparing for impromptu speeches, which is great. So this is from my side. I would suggest that you all come here and be part of this exciting, wonderful, great community which is Toastmaster family, and excel for your leadership skills, excel at achieving your stress management or whatever is it, and over to TMO.